But before we begin, massive shout out to my sponsor, Instant Gaming. If you guys are looking for some really cheap games and want to support the channel in the process, then check out the link in the description for more details. Hey everybody, and welcome back to yet another Ghost Recon Breakpoint video. It's fair to say that the hype for this game is pretty high right now. Honestly, a lot of people are very excited with what they saw in the gameplay reveal trailer, myself included. I am just so hyped for this game, so I guess I could be the part of this problem that I'm about to talk about right here. But essentially, I loved Wildlands to bits. Everything that this game had, the open world, the guns, customization, everything about it was so much fun. My only gripe with that game was the story. I felt like the story was very repetitive and very uninspired, but it seems like they're going to be addressing that in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So as I was kind of scrolling through the comment section of my latest video, I saw this one comment that has kind of concerned me a little bit, and it basically said, "This is starting to seem too similar to Just Cause 4. And at first, I had no idea what this guy was talking about. I was like, how can you compare these two games? They're completely different from each other. I just kind of went away from it, didn't really think about it, but then it came back to me and I just realized, what if he's talking about the hype surrounding Just Cause 4 and how much of a disappointment that game was for a lot of people? So just in case you guys didn't follow the Just Cause scene, essentially when Just Cause 4 was first announced, a lot of people were very excited that a sequel to Just Cause 3 is coming. A lot of people, I think, really enjoyed that game, myself included. My channel was pretty much made because of Just Cause 3. So, you know, I really had my time with the game, just blowing stuff up. It was just kind of mindless fun, you know. You get in there, you feel like a complete badass, and you just have a blast playing the game. So when we saw the trailer, the promotional material, and all that sort of stuff for Just Cause 4, we saw, oh wow, they're adding a brand new weather system with tornadoes, crazy physics, new engine, new graphics, new everything pretty much. But then we quickly realized when the game actually came out, yeah, those bits were there, but the core of the game, the core that made Just Cause 3 fun, was missing. All the destruction, liberating bases by actually blowing them up, all that sort of fun stuff was taken out of the game. So all of these features that they added felt pretty shallow because you couldn't really use them properly. I obviously still had a lot of fun playing the game. Even to this day, I find some wacky crazy shit to do in it to make videos on, but it is fair to say that overall I do think that Just Cause 4 is disappointing. It is basically missing the core that made it fun in the first place. So it just kind of made me think, what if Breakpoint is doing the exact same thing? Now, just before you start disliking this video, I really hope that's not going to be the case. Honestly, I want Breakpoint to be the best Ghost Recon game that was ever released, you know? Because I really enjoyed Wildlands, so I want this game to succeed as well, because I want it to be more popular and for people to just have a blast with it, kind of experience what I experienced in Wildlands. I mean, I've noticed recently a lot of big open world games or like RPGs that have a lot of cool armor, you know? Back in the day, you used to be able to just like grind for that stuff or find it in a chest somewhere hidden away, and you get this amazing piece of armor, you know, that you can wear on your character and just feel like a complete badass. But nowadays, it seems to be pretty common for game developers to just kind of take out all the cool stuff, the stuff that arguably looks much better than all the free stuff that you can find in the game, and just be like, hey, you want this shit? Well, guess what? You gotta pay for it, you know? Because we're not gonna give it to you for free. So I'm kind of hoping, you know, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is not really gonna lose that Wildlands identity, which I really enjoyed. Obviously, a lot of people might be of a different opinion, and that's completely fine. Some people didn't like Wildlands, so they want Breakpoint to be different. They want, you know, aspects and the core of the game to be completely changed, so it does feel like a different game. But from the gameplay, it does look like a Wildlands 1.5, which I'm completely fine with that, because like I said, I absolutely loved that game. I want more of Wildlands, you know, in a different setting with like some different weapons, different enemies, and all that sort of stuff. So it'll be very interesting to see how that's gonna play out exactly, because if they basically have the core that made Wildlands what that game was, you know, all the open world, like I said, the exploration, guns, customization, gunplay, everything about it, and then add on the mechanics that they basically showed us in the gameplay reveal trailer, I think we're gonna have an amazing game. on our hands, and honestly, it might be one of the better games that's gonna come out this year. Obviously, time will tell. They are making steps in the right direction with obviously having multiplayer PvP at launch, which is gonna be massive for the game, and a lot of obviously these quality of life improvements that we needed in Wildlands that are making its way into this game. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how this is all going to play out as we see more gameplay, and E3 is just around the corner, so hopefully we're gonna see and hear more information regarding the game. And I think Ubisoft overall has been on a really good track record recently with a lot of their games, especially Assassin's Creed, with the amount of content they're packing into it, with how they're expanding it and whatnot. So I think Ghost Recon Breakpoint is going to be a really good game. I don't think it's gonna lose, you know, its core values that made the prequel. The prequel? Yeah, I think it's kind of like a prequel. Yeah, it is a prequel, isn't it? Wildlands. So anyway, that is going to do it, guys. Let me know what you think about everything that I've said. There might be probably a decent amount of dislikes on this video because people love to just dislike whenever they disagree with somebody's opinion, which is completely fine, honestly. Little do they actually realize that likes and dislikes basically mean the same thing on YouTube. It's interaction in the first place. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you stay tuned to this channel for plenty more Ghost Recon Breakpoint videos. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful day, and I shall see you guys next time. Take care, goodbye. Bye-bye, bye-bye.